We'll wait till someone joins and then make sure the mic works. Hey, Scott, are you able to hear me? Let me know if you're able to hear me. I'm streaming from my computer on the YouTube page. Okay, good, because last time I did this, the mic didn't work for some reason. All right, good, Ralph. Did it notify you? Let me try to figure something out real quick. Well, Ralph, I tried it and the camera wasn't working, so I had to do it again. Okay, Scott, good. It'll come up later. Ralph, what I want to do is figure out how to, people do the reactions live. They're able to they're able to have the stream on the corner and react, but I don't know how they do that. How does the quality look? Is it blurry? Uh, Ralph, what what are your thoughts on? Well, I guess people can watch this after too. What are your thoughts on point of view video using a GoPro? So, for instance, Smaller cobra on GoPro, medium cobra, larger. Are the point of view videos something enjoyable? Yeah, I figure it's just a good way to show what I'm doing. So you can see it from, I've done a few of them, but I feel like I can do them better. For instance, I didn't have the camera the best position, and you couldn't see the snake in some of the shots. It was just trying it out, but I think I can do it better, especially if I can get something for my phone. Yeah. For some reason, the GoPro, with the snakes, at least, yeah, I liked them, but for some reason, I got to get it right where I can bend a little bit. Ryan, thank you. 30 minutes though. I'm not going to be on live long. But Ryan, I hope you have a good day at work. But Ralph, with the GoPro, when I'm bending, I want you to be able to see what happens the whole time. But on those other clips, I had to bend real weird. It was all messed up. So it's either I have it set so when I'm holding it, you see it, but I want you to be able to see when I open the bucket how the snake reacts and everything. I hope that makes sense. But Ryan, regardless, when I did go live a few times, I was live for a couple hours even, and I'd bring out a bunch of snakes. So if it is something people enjoy, I'll go live again every so often. I just get nervous sometimes. Ralph, I notice when I do these reaction videos, every time I mess up, I go, yeah, Ralph, but like I said, if I adjust it, I don't know too much about this GoPro, so I don't know if I could zoom out a little, but if I adjust it so I can see it when I'm holding it, when I'm bending down to get stuff out, it's pointed at like my legs. I'll show you. Ryan, are you still in here though? I'm gonna show you a snake before you go. But yeah, chest mount. And the GoPro in here, you can adjust it. Lila, the monocle cobra. I only brought 2 in this time because I'm not going to be live for long. I just pretty much mainly wanted to run that point of view idea across whoever joined. I possibly, Ralph. I'll try that. She's a good girl. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, Ryan, the cobras are awesome. Something about them. Although they're not like pattern-wise, cobras aren't the prettiest compared to vipers, but something about them. Just handling them, the way they move, the hood, all of that stuff. Well, the whole point, Ralph, I want to get it so it's all natural. So like I'm handling as if I would if there was no camera there. And all the other times it hasn't been like that. But you see how far my hand is back right here? I don't even know if it's possible, honestly. Yeah, I don't think it'll be possible to do it naturally. I might have to have it out. But you see how she's climbing up? Well, of course she doesn't anymore. I want you to see the maneuvers to get her to get off her body. So she's climbing, just moving. But to explain everything, if you know me, you know I like to notice all the little things possible, like the tail wrapping around, being able to get it off, or being aware of what's going on at all times and stopping things before they happen. So that's why I really want to capture everything. In this camera, every slight movement, it goes blurry. I don't know. I'm going to figure things out. I just, of course, want to make sure that y'all enjoy whatever I post. Eric, my brother. Ralph, Eric just got a beautiful albino monocle and a beautiful forest cobra. So Ryan, when I first started working with them, the cobras looked insane. They moved a lot more. They a lot more wiggly. Freaked me out. But once I started handling them and learning everything, to me they're much more, they're simple. But that being said, especially when I'm helping people, you know, the majority of my stuff is super laid back. They can be completely wacky. Things can happen really quick. So, you know, I can show instances with her, and like she'll do things slow, like climbing up on her body pretty slow. But with a forest cobra, it's going to happen really quick. And if you don't do the right thing at the right moment and you panic, you can cause the snake to be defensive. And then I'll have another reaction video. So some of the longer messages, I can't read it all. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring anything, but I think you understand. But yeah, cobras, to me, very easy, because the big rattlesnakes, the big vipers in general, to me are the most difficult. Because let's say you're tailing a big eastern diamondback and it's a defensive one. When it coils up and looks at you, it brings everything up close. So if you don't react, they'll give you a split second to like they'll do a little head turn, usually, not always, but you'll feel the tenseness. Some of the stuff's hard to explain. But yeah, the big defensive vipers to me are the most difficult because of that. Smaller vipers, doesn't matter if they're defensive, in my opinion, just hook them. But if they're a small viper that doesn't ride the hook well, then again, pretty difficult. But in those situations, you can always have things in place to minimize problems, such as if this is the enclosure and it's one that bolts and falls off the hook, I have a bucket underneath. So if it does fall, at least it's contained. Thank you, Heather. Oh no, it's that guy. What's up? Hope you're well. Another thing, yeah, Ryan. Another thing, you notice how I'm holding the hook? This isn't comfortable, but friends of mine have been bit by holding it up like this and the snake sliding down like that. So if the enclosure's up high, you just got to be aware of little things that I don't, you know, most people don't think about. But yeah, this is one that people will mention, keeping the hook level so it doesn't slide. And the less touch, the better. So if I hold still, she'll be still. So I have gotten better at not moving my hands as much when I'm talking, but I still do it. Not as bad as when I first started recording videos. Eric, do you ever see them though? If you ever see them and you see a female or an extra female, let me know. So I only brought the banded snouted cobra and the monocle cobra in. That was a monocle cobra. This is a banded snouted cobra. But Eric, do you ever see them? I've only seen one pair available since I've had this one. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is such a beautiful snake. My second favorite cobra. I just can't get over it. There was one at my work that was over about 7 feet long, massive. That's where I fell in love with this species. I do have another snouted cobra, but it's the uniform color one. That one's actually pretty defensive. Eric, was it Will? Was it from Will? Nice. I need to travel to Southern Virginia to find some cottonmouths. Oh, okay. I'm not sure who that is, but I think Will is in PA too, and he had a pair. Climbing up, getting off. Climbing up, getting off. I need to get some. Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about now. Mikey Grim Exotic. He showed me Brandon's stuff. I appreciate that, Critical. That's what I try to do. I try to keep them calm, but I do have a few that are just completely wacko. It's just how they are. Ryan, well, I'm about to end it so you're not late. I truly appreciate you joining. The most unpredictable. That one might be difficult. So the Gaboon Vipers and stuff, they're gonna give very, very slight signals. Usually the tenseness in the body, but they can just explode. So they might be the most unpredictable. Those puff adders. Look, is it blurry right now? I don't know what's going on. I need to invest in some lights. I need to invest in a camera. But that stuff will come in time. I like that, Peyton. That's a good name. I actually might name this one Annie. Thank you for that. I like that. Thank you, Critical. Ryan, the unfortunate part about that, people that I've known personally, like considered friends, not even so those type of people and random people, I've helped out a lot of people, and they've kind of ruined that trust. So that's why I understand why it's hard to find mentors, because the same crap happened to me over and over again. Thank you, Deb. She well, who you're referring to, the funny little honey. Yeah, Eric, the rhino vipers, I feel are the most beautiful. But I think it depends, because I've only seen two or three in person. Only worked with one, and the one I worked with is super beautiful. She doesn't really like. She doesn't like them. Well, let me rephrase that. When I met her, she didn't like snakes, but she respected them. But now, even before we got married, she sticks up for snakes. She respects them, but she doesn't prefer to be around them. But if she has friends over and stuff, she'll ask me to bring some in. And I think she does get excited and happy if I do find something, like when we go out herping. Well, she's just out going for a walk. She's annoyed that I always stop looking for things. But when I do find something, I think she likes that. The Gabinos, I don't know. I don't really care for them. They're beautiful, but not my thing. Thank you, Peyton. And one of the hognose snakes, she calls her snake. She loves the hognose snake. Yeah, Ryan, it's a blessing. So although she doesn't prefer to be around it or anything like that, she supports me, and that's all we can really do for whoever we care about in our life. Just be supportive, and that's what she does. She's the best. Yeah, Eric, the albino gaboons are pretty cool. Let me put this snake away. I'm gonna answer that question about a snake getting loose. But let me grab something real quick. Look, I know I show this off all the time, but look how massive this gaboon shed is. Is that incredible? Just incredible. What a big fat slug. In the horns. Somewhere, Ron. You can find it if you. I just don't know if I'm gonna start. I don't know if I want to say that anymore. But in the United States. But bungo, when I was young, my family finally let me get a corn snake. My dad hates snakes. Like absolutely. Tim, thanks for being here, Tim. Means a lot. But my mom finally let me get a corn snake. My dad absolutely hates snakes, afraid of them. But, you know, my parents are the best. My dad would take me out looking for snakes, even though he hated them. He would take me out to different zoos, would take me, like I said, to hike and look for snakes. But the snake got out one day, and my dad woke up, and it was on his chest. Almost gave him a heart attack. Sheldon, thank you for being here. Hannah, how do you feel about me and the snakes? I'm not coming over there. She said it's fine. Yeah, imagine that. Out of everywhere the snake could have gone, it ended up at the one person that was afraid of them the most. My poor dad. Yeah. But my mom, I don't know if she's, I'd say she likes them. She held one of the cobras, the monocle cobra I had out. 330, almost said 300 snakes. 30, and then I work with over 100. And at work, there is some non-venomous snakes. Here, you know, I have a tendency when I meet, like at my job, if I meet somebody young, like somebody like me as a kid, passionate, I always end up giving the non-venomous snakes that I have to people that I know that will take care of them and have a passion. So right now I only have 2 non-venomous snakes. All you have, I don't think you'll ever get cornered unless you, yeah, I don't know if you'll get cornered because all you got to do is walk around them. If a snake is going in a direction that its hiding spot is right here and you're right here, it might be going that direction and won't break the path. All you got to do is step aside. To be honest, Ron, I don't know if everyone's like this, but I just usually check out my friends' channels. Other than that, I don't really watch many reptile stuff. But before that, I watched like all the documentaries on YouTube. Anything like crocodiles. I love crocodile documentaries, the snake documentaries. But YouTubers, I just watch my friends just to support. Peyton, there's some that I don't care to work with, such as the black mamba. That one, I mean, there was one at my work, but they're big. No interest. The king cobra, there's one at my work, but way too big. Not ones that I would personally work with. I guess one that would consider I don't know, maybe a bushmaster. They get massive. And I told you, massive vipers to me are the most, if they're defensive. Massive vipers to me are the most difficult if they're defensive. So imagine a bushmaster that's defensive. One of the black rats got loose in our house once and it took me a while to find it. Oh, I bet, Tim. You think so, Sheldon? I mean, I know that's true for me. My whole family didn't like snakes, but I can remember, even as a little child, I remember the first garter snake I saw. I was so happy. My mom said, if you touch that snake, we're not going to the movies. And my brother wanted to go to the movies. And I remember to this day, 20 some years later, I was debating in my head, do I want to touch the snake or and risk not going to the movie? Of course, I didn't touch it, but I remember falling in love with snakes. Yeah, Chandler has some big mambas. Yeah, and another thing, Ryan, is the finding snakes to feed it because I wouldn't feed them rats. I mean, people convert them to rats. They don't live as long or as healthy. Yeah, Tim, actually, the closest I've ever come to being bitten is on camera, on security camera. Yeah, I found a baby Burmese python in Florida, but that's the only python I've seen. Got a ball python and black rat snake. Oh, it's awesome though. And was it a full shed? I love, for some reason, I'm addicted to inverting the sheds. If you can't tell, I spend hours doing it. But yeah, Chandler and his mambas, they're big. Next time I'm in Florida, I'll see if I can reach out to him. A few of my friends are friends with him. Not even like just to talk with him. But Tim, back to your question. I did a video describing the close call. Um, I can describe it again right now, though. All right, Ryan, take care. Have a good, I guess, good evening at work. Hope it goes well. Thank you for coming here. I truly appreciate you. That's awesome, Critical. Yeah, Bunga. What's up, Johnny? So, um, it was a snouted cobra. Look, I can't focus on two things. Well, that's my ADHD is all messed up. Every time I see a comment, I have to stop and read it. Um, snouted cobra, holding it, but I was talking with friends. I was showing my friends because they've never seen a snake hooded up, and this snouted cobra is defensive. I was, I guess, holding it, and I wasn't paying attention to the snake. This was back. It was it was a while back, a few years ago. I was not paying attention, but I know I'm stumbling on my words because it's hard to say I'm not paying attention because it's turned around Let me see if I can find something to show. All right, Tim. So, hook, cobra, hooded up. It turned and struck. The reason I say I must have been paying attention, because here's my hand, and I twisted at the last moment. It bit its body. So I clearly knew it was to twist, but I twisted at the last second. But yeah, I don't know what it was, because typically I would see that before it happened. I would have been aware of it. But you know, slight mistakes happen. Again, I was showing my friends the snake hooded up. Maybe I was more concerned about showing them a snake hooded up instead of paying attention to the signs that she gave me. I hope all of that you're able to follow. I go all over the place. I'm sorry. Sherry, here in my state, you're only allowed to keep one native snake. So if you have one, you can't keep another unless it's one that is I don't know if there is one that you can't keep. Sheldon, what do you mean by that? In critical, yeah, baby cobras are my favorite. My first venomous snake was a Mexican cantil. Yeah, critical, but this one wasn't calm. It was defensive. So I don't know if it's hard to say. It's like I said, it's on video, but I can't picture what I was thinking. Usually if something happens, I can tell you what I was thinking at the time or what was going on, but I don't know what it was. This is one from one I work with. Yeah, Sherry, I've seen Tyler getting bit. But in that situation, Tim, I used to have a problem. I think I was more concerned making sure they were enjoying it instead of worrying about what was going on. So, for instance, when I've had people over to show them things, I used to be afraid to say, don't do that if they were doing something wrong. And that was around the same time when I was more concerned about other people's feelings, I guess. But yeah. Oh yeah, Sheldon. Definitely. Even to this day, I've been complacent even to this day. Boas are the coolest, but a bite from them is quite unpleasant. Yeah, boas are awesome. Do you have a favorite one? I don't know. Technically, probably the face, but if someone else can tell me. But that's, I guess, another thing that I learned later in life is being able to speak up. Because I've had people, I said, you listen to what I say, and if something happens, you just let go. And they would do things the complete opposite, and I was afraid to say, don't do that. But at this point in my life, I know to speak up and say, don't do that. Drop the snake or take the snake away and put it away. Yeah, Tim, it can be, but again, I'm alone, so it'd probably be different if someone was filming me. But when I'm alone, I can like I can mess up 1,000 times, which I usually do. So I'm still more aware of the snake more so. So there's thousands of clips that I have where the snake is doing something and I just stop talking, I'm focused on the snake, and I have to redo that part. And then if I have a snake out too long, I don't want to stress it out. So if I don't capture the footage, if I mess up so many times talking, I just put it back and try again another day. But yeah, Tim, in general, yeah, lots of different things. Easy to get distracted. And I don't know if you heard me, Ralph, Mexican Cantil was my first. Tom, thank you for joining. I don't have any lizards. Yeah, so I'm always doing stuff. People think I'm focused on the camera. And I just said that I get distracted and can't focus on two things about the comments, but it's like when a new one pops up. So when I had those out, I would answer a question, but I'm focused on the question, not reading the comments. Yeah, Tim, but mistakes can happen. Who knows if something happens? All right, so I'm going to share another thing. One mistake that I made long ago, probably the early days, so close to 10 years ago, a blackneck spitting cobra. I dropped it. It either turned back around, for some reason it fell, and I reached my hand out and caught it. And then since then, I've been aware of that and never let that happen again. If something fell, it fell, because people have reached out and things have happened. But I did it again recently, the rattlesnake. Luckily, nothing happened. Brad, thank you for being here. But yep, we're people. We make mistakes. Those mistakes can be costly. Oh, first lapid, Ralph, I didn't even see that. First lapid. Deb, thanks for joining. Thank you so much. And thank you, Angela. A 5-foot or 6-foot Indian cobra. I was over my head. Yeah, and I'm sorry I like stumble on my words a lot. I just can't speak properly. Desert horn viper, Eric. But I got one. Got two. And eyelash viper. I think I have all the ones that I've dreamed of. Yeah, Sherry, they can. Thank you so much, Christopher. Oh, Tom, it's bad. Sometimes, I used to just film on Instagram. 10-second clip, I would have like 10 minutes of footage to get a 10-second clip. I just some days can't speak. I don't even know, Ralph. Because I don't know how old those albinos are. Now I'm going to have to get off here. Sheldon, thank you for joining. Love you. I appreciate you so much. Biologist. Zookeeper. I'm going to bring something out. I'll bring both of them out again before I get off. But I'll go live again another time. I do have lives where I brought out almost every single one. So if you want to see how most of my stuff is, check out, I can't remember which one, but there's one that I brought almost every single one out. You get to see in real time everything, the handling, how laid back most of my snakes are. Let me bring these out for you one more time. Is that the famous last words? One more time. Yeah, Tom, it is. Lila the monocle cobra. Yeah, these aren't even loud ones. This is more, more of a what's going on. She's a little unsure because, again, she's in a container that twists. So I'm twisting it. That's startling her. She's contained. A potential predator looking down. So usually she's really good. But there are situations where she's a little uneasy. Banded snouted cobra. I'm talking quiet because there's people working outside. Yeah, this is my second favorite on earth. Jessica, why on earth are you not a moderator? Do you have 2 accounts that you get on? No, Ralph. Is that ridiculous? Deadly beautiful may be where the phrase drop dead gorgeous came from. Could be, Tom. Jessica. Yeah, Matthew, they're my favorite. just something about them. I just love them. Lennox, thank you so much. Wow. Lennox, do you have a favorite of mine that you've seen? I'll film a whole video of that snake for you. I really appreciate that. Awesome, Lennox. Tomorrow I'll get a video up for you. Thank you so much. That big girl. The biggest snake I have. Black pack. My favorite. Angelo, yeah, there is polyvalent that works for certain species. So like crow fab works for pretty much all the rattlesnakes here. Is there any way you particularly prefer to keep your snakes? What do you mean by that? Like if I feed certain ones certain days, clean certain days? Is that what you mean? I do like the yellow capes. No, I don't do that, Angela. Tom, I'm gonna send him this timber rattlesnake shed. I inverted it today. If he would like it for your son. So if you can find, if you have Instagram or something, send me a message. I'll send this for him. Well, it makes my day to know that y'all are here. Truly. Tim, did you see that massive the massive gaboon? Oh, Peyton, yeah, they're different. So no, not all the same, different. Well, Lennox, I invert them. So when let me show you actually. 1 second. Tom, man, thank you. Just so y'all are too kind. Yeah, Tom, do that. I'll also have some other surprises for him too. Some other animal related stuff that he'll love. Thank you, Tom. So it's hard to show. Look, the kindness y'all are showing means a lot. Can't even express it. Like truly, it means a lot. But Lennox, you see, this is how it looks when how it would look normally. And then this is how it looks on the inside. So I invert it because it shows it how, it's hard for me to explain. I don't even know if I'm speaking English properly. So I get tweezers. I uploaded a video showing it. It takes a long time, very delicate, but that's why I like doing it, because you can actually see how it would look on the snake. But yeah, I'm addicted to it. If there's anyone that has a slight pattern even, I usually do that. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, pretty much. So I just unravel it, but literal section by section. It's very slow. And with that one, with that rip was already in it. So that part, it makes it difficult when there's a rip. So it took even longer. Lennox, I'll definitely do that. Hang on one second. Let me write something down. Angela, no, but my goal is to make videos for a living, because I would love to travel and film, like find animals in the wild and talk about them in their natural habitat, but also like travel and visit other people's places. So if I'm ever able to do this full time, I will travel. But right now, can't. And it's hard to take off work when you work with animals. Yeah, Peyton, it's big gaboons are incredible. There you are, Jess. Was it Tom Crutchfield? His black Pakistan Cobra is so beautiful. He doesn't have it anymore, but that one is incredible. I sure do, Angela. Yeah, that one's so beautiful. Don't tell mine. I think that one's more beautiful than him. I have both, Tim. The westerns are, I have a melanistic one and two that came. Well, one of them came from a bad situation. She's super defensive, so I don't really film with her too often. Not only because she's defensive, but because she came from a bad situation. I don't want to keep her out longer than need be. I don't want to cause more stress. But there's 2 eastern diamondbacks. One of them is very defensive. The other one is handable enough. I like spiders and scorpions, but I'm kind of, I wouldn't say scared of them. I was scared of them. I do love the black widow, though. I honestly don't know much about spiders, to be honest. So I have no idea. Do you want to see a massive eastern diamondback shed? Isn't this just amazing? This is what I'm talking about American icons. Like, this is an incredible animal. We are lucky to have something like this. Probably neurotoxic venom Lennox. Rachel, my sister-in-law. Now Rachel loves snakes. She has a carpet python who has neurological issues. His name is Carp. You too, Tom. Do you have anything special planned for the 4th, Tom? Yeah, Peyton, I agree. Just sheds everywhere. My wife comes down. All these sheds everywhere. Lots of fireworks. Jake, what's up? All right, I'm going to show you guys the biggest shed I have. It's massive. Ron, good night. Thank you for being here. Jeez, I'm coughing now. I'm going to show you the biggest shed I have. It's from one of the biggest vipers. You like it? This is from the bush vipers when they were born. This isn't even baby shed. I have those in the snake room. I found them. They were so tiny. Do you know how cute that is? Well, Jake and everyone, I'm going to get off here. But thank you so much to everyone who joined. Y'all are the best. Just keeping the temperatures right and humidity on the East Coast. If I'm ever in Colorado, I'm going to go find some rattlesnakes. Joshua. Look, every time new people join, I want to bring out some new stuff. Texas, another place I want to go visit. Lennox, thank you so much. Love you. Thank you for everything. But I'll have a video for you tomorrow, Lennox. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I'll do more lives. I haven't done one in a while, and I was nervous. Ask Ralph. I get nervous before clicking go live. It takes a while for me to get comfortable, and then y'all donated, and now I'm just grateful. But yeah, truly appreciate each one of you. I hope y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. Joshua, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Love you all. Tim, thanks for joining. Rachel, love you. Love you all. But take care, everyone.